We're standing in Tawang Monastery, one of the very important and historical monastery, and Tawang's identity also, because this monastery has a very strong history from over the years, and there is, from naming of this monastery, from naming of Tawang and everything, it has huge history. As you can see, it's a very beautiful and magnificent, architecture through which it is built, and it is also eyewitness to the various things in Tawang. And really, everybody knows the name of Tawang Monastery, but we would just like to have we have with us one person who can really guide us with the history of Tawang Monastery. Namaste.
Namaste.
If you could tell us the rich history, even the name was given because of the monastery. If you could tell us the history of Tawang Monastery.
Okay. The real name is called Tawang Monastery, and the popularly known as Tawang Monastery. And this monastery was established since in 1680, and 1681 it was fully completed, so more than 334 years ago. So the founder of the Tawang Monastery, his name is called Merak Lama Loti Gyatso. He is the main disciple of the fifth Dalai Lama, and he went to the Tibet and he just met the fifth Dalai Lama. So according to the fifth Dalai Lama, he ordered to him to build this monastery, and it was built in 1680. So, and 1681 fully completely, and more than 334 years ago. So at that time he has some rule: if their family there's a tradition, so the medicine is compulsory to become a monk here. So the rule is still going on. So right now we have more than 500 monks here, more than 500 monks here.
So, this has a very huge history, as you were saying, and as it is found on the direction of fifth Dalai Lama. If you could say, there's this story with a horse. If you could say that.
Yes, and there's a different kind of the history in, but I heard that, I read that in the books. There's a three kind of the stories there, but mainly they know that in the front of the Tawang Monastery and the Merak Lama Lodrika, so he has some horse, one horse, and he was doing a meditation here in the one place, and the morning he was wake up, and usually his horse was missing, and he found it to his horse, and one place he got the horse. So that's why this Tawang is the horse by choice. I mean the horse. Chosen by chosen by the horse. So the Ta is means called the horse, and Wang is means chosen.
So the name of the Tawang came from there, right?
Yeah.
And so if you could show us which building is for what?
Yes. So this is the main prayer hall. This is the main prayer hall, and and the morning 4 o'clock always is going on prayer here.
Okay.
And this is our library, and library we have manuscript here, which is called the Kangyur and Tangyur.
Okay.
So the Kangyur, as you know that Buddha himself's commentary is called the Kangyur. So it is more than 108 volumes in our library. And the Tangyur is those who are the great scholar from the Nalanda University, like Basubandhu and Aryadeva. They just comment.
Nalanda Buddhism, right?
Yes. So he just translate in detail in the Buddhist, the Lord Buddha's teachings. So it's called the Tangyur. So it's volume is more than 308 volumes in our library.
Okay. So another question, obviously Tawang is always, China claims Tawang and it's always in dispute. What is your take on that, the people the monks, the lamas here? And also recently they have renamed certain places of Arunachal Pradesh. What do you have to say to that?
Yeah, Chinese is, always they just, they are saying something, as you know that, you are the reporter, so you know that. So recently, they just naming the places, in Tawang and the Arunachal state, So, and recently we just conducted one relay, and there's not any right to they are giving a name, So there's not any right to say in Chinese.
Because this is India,
Yes, obviously this is the part of the Indian, where we are talking about the 1914 the Shimla Agreement, as you know that, So from since that, this is the part of the India. This is not part of China.
So you strongly condemn that?
Yes, of course. That's why we just conduct the peace. I mean the relay. We conducted one relay.
So you have seen that this is one thing, as he described us, the wonderful monastery, the Tawang Monastery, Tawang's identity. At the same time, Tawang is a part of India, and renaming various places in Arunachal Pradesh is absolutely uncalled for. And that's why there was a protest from here, and they condemn it, because Tawang and Arunachal Pradesh is obviously in their heart, and no, this type of renaming thing will not be tolerated by the people of Tawang. This is Komalika Sengupta with Anshuman Roy reporting from Tawang Monastery from Tawang.